So, the Indy 500 is this weekend, and I wondered, after watching qualifying where the average speed of the drivers was around 232 miles an hour, I wondered how close could I get to that speed? While I don't have enough money to be in an Indy car or go around the Indianapolis Speedway, I do have Forza Motorsport, so I can at least simulate what I could potentially be capable of around this track. So let's see what we can do in the number 30 Plymouth Gladiators IndyCar. And before you ask, yes, that is made up. But before I go on with the video, I thought I would do a little segment talking about the Plymouth Gladiators Speedway, because they've had a great season so far with a lot of entertainment, and it's something you have to keep an eye on. There's a triple header in June. On the 13th of June, the 20th of June, and the 27th of June, there will be a meeting on every single one of those days with various teams from various places up and down the UK. So I highly recommend going down to the Speedway in Marshmills to watch all the action and watch the drivers on the list that I've made on the front of the car. Speaking of the car, let's drive it and see what average speed we can do around the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Indy 500. So, we're getting ready to go out onto the track now for my attempt to qualify for the Indy 500. Well, I'm not going to actually, but I want to see what my average speed would be around here and where it would put me on the 33 car grid. So, let's see how we do then as we roll off the line. And before we roll off the line, I just want to change my camera. As you can see, there is still there's a random row of bricks on the road here. Why is that? Well, that's because when this place was built, the road wasn't made of asphalt yet. It was made fully of brick. The whole road surface was made of brick before the cars got a bit too fast and it became a bit too bumpy to run the race safely. So they repaved it to asphalt, but they still have this yard of bricks in the middle of the road to serve as the finish line over the track, which is a nice little throwback thing to when this place was first built. Way back in, I believe, I'm not too sure when actually. I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah, this place, it was the second speedway to ever be built for proper road racing, as it preceded Brooklands, which was the first ever speedway to be built in the world. And Brooklands was done in the UK. This was the American version of the Brooklands track, and it was a lot more successful, as you've seen over the years, as it's held the Indianapolis 500 for 110 times, after it will in 2026. So yeah, it's quite incredible. But what I want to find out today is how quick can I go around this place, and can I get anywhere near Alex Pallot's pole speed of 232 miles an hour. That's what I'm looking to find out today. Where will it place me? Can I be at least 33rd on the qualifying order? Well, let's see. And also, a fun fact about this place as well is that in between the corners there's these things called short chutes, which isn't normally a thing on every speedway, as cone collecting there. But yeah, let's go on a quali run then to see where we would stack up on the Indianapolis 500 grid. Head around turn one. Just try and get as close as we can to that curb. Try and get as close as we can to the walls as well, but we've got to be careful not to hit them. We'll just carry the momentum. Got to try and turn as little as possible to be able to carry the highest speed. It's 239 as we head through into turn 3 over the second short chute, round turn 4, turn at that weird dark bit of the wall. Go right out wide, don't hit the wall. And that's our second lap. That's our second lap done. And fly through turn 1. You might get confused because I put it on 6 laps, but I was doing 6 laps so that we could do a warm up and a cool down lap. Up through, and here we just try and make sure we don't go too wide, because I don't really want to risk anything. I don't want to risk hitting anything. We head round, and although yes, there is a timer in the top corner, that's not what I'm worried about. I'm going to try and do the maps afterwards to find out what my average speed is around this place. But the short shoots, as I was saying, they're not normally on every speedway, because normally turn 1 and 2 or turn 3 and 4, it's normally just one sweeping bend. But here there is a little straight in between them, and it does add that little sketch factor, as one of the commentators normally calls it. It does add that little bit of sketch factor into the track, as also the bumps in between the short shoots are very unnerving indeed. I'm trying to turn in a little bit later here, go a little bit higher. It'll be our final lap of this qualifying run, because in qualifying for the Indy 500 you get 4 laps to average your speed. So we're going to go over the line at 238 mile an hour. Got up to 240 by the time we get to turn 1. We turn in late though. That's going to be quite scary. We just about avoid the wall, but that was a mistake by us, and that's probably going to cost us a bit on our average speed. 3 laps of fuel remaining, that's fine. I'm just looking at this, trying to catch the speedo. We get to 240 by the time we turn into turn 3, a little bit wide of turn 3's apex. Into turn 4, nail the apex here. We run it out to the wall, we get very close to that wall then. And we go over the line. So there we go, 38.4 is our best lap time. Oh no, 38.2 should I say, is our best lap time, but we got to work out the average speed now, so I've got to do the maths in a second. But before I do the maths, I just want to see, oh, never mind, I just want to show you something, which is the graphic here. No, that isn't the right graphic, hang on a sec, I will find it. I just want to show you the G-force graphic, because this, in real life, is something that I will not be able to experience. But look at this, even at this speed, in 5th gear, 190 mile an hour, we're pulling 3G. These drivers are probably pulling about 5G around every corner around here. How they don't get dizzy, I'll never know. But yeah, that is our attempt at qualifying for the Indy 500 then. Let's see what our average speed is. So I'll take you through how I do the maths to work out the average speed from these laps. So what I did is I simply googled what my lowest speed was and my high speed was from the footage that I found, and it turned out to be 232.26, which is 300ths quicker than Alex Palou's speed at the Indy 500. Now, one, I don't know if I've got this wrong, and 2, Alex Palou would have had to experience a lot of G-force and also a lot of more resistance on the steering wheel than I would have had to have dealt with. As well as, I think Forza Motorsport, the version of the Indy cars on there are a bit quicker than the versions in real life. So yeah, that's just some conditions to take into account, but yeah, very interesting indeed. And yeah, hopefully I could do an Indy 500 and do it as an actual race next time. But yeah, let me know if I should do something like this in the future. I'm looking to do something like that for Le Mans and for Monaco, for the Triple Crown of Motorsport. Yeah, let me know if there's any other challenges like that I should attempt in motorsport. But until next time, thank you all for watching, and goodbye.